Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we've had a chat, and we're gonna have a little chat today about our new sketch show that we just put out on Brandon's channel.
Yep, thanks for having me on your channel, Jera.
Welcome. Welcome.
Wondrous. Jera was asking if I would want to do a promotional video on her channel. I said yes, absolutely. Let's talk about the show. And I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about. She's gonna ask me some questions. It's all about embracing the unknown. And this right here is Xavier, one of our puppy dragons. He's coming in. Oh, hello everybody, hello. His little wings. And he is in the show as well, the sketch show, Puppy Dragon Land.
And, okay, so this is the most professional thing we've ever done.
That we've created.
I think.
That we've created, yes.
Yeah.
We've done other professional things. We've been in other professional works.
Okay.
But yes, that we have produced, yes, it's the most professional, biggest, magnanimous, amazing, fantastic, the most amazing, the most amazing, it's fantastic, the biggest budget, the biggest professional.
So many people.
I wasn't sure if that was good Arnold, but it's an Arnold.
Oh, I could do his sister.
Amy Schwarzenegger.
Hello, and welcome to my new sketch show.
No. Amy Schwarzenegger is not in the sketch show, not this time. But it's a good pilot. It's 18 minutes. It's in the short form comedy variety sketch. And yeah, it's the most professional thing that we've done.
And I want to talk about it a little bit because it is the most professional thing. It's the first time we've ever done something like this big on our own, right? And so like, there was so much more work that went into this than we thought there were gonna be. And like, it really did come down to us because like, we didn't have a team at first, and like, we've really just, this took just like parts, like we took little steps to like get there, and then and then all of a sudden it was like a huge amount of work.
Right. So started writing it in the spring-ish, summer-ish, started working on this stuff, and we had been working on sketches for a while, and we had audio recordings of sketches, but we didn't put pen to paper, so to speak, and so.
Because we're always making jokes, people. We're always over here making jokes, improvising.
Indeed. And so finally we had some time, and we said, you know what, maybe we should try and create this. Created that pilot, and then kept writing other episodes, and then we got some notes on it, and kept working on the pilot, got some more notes, and kept working on it, and finally felt like it was a good place, and we hired a producer. That one didn't work out. We got a different producer, which is great.
Oh my God, so much. But even like working with one producer, like then we were like, oh my God, there's still so much work that we have to do, because we thought we were so close, just having just the written drafts written.
Right.
We were like, oh my God, it'll be easy. We just have to film it.
Right. But then we had to cast. We had to hire we had to get all the costumes. We had to get all the props, and it was pretty much on us to do it.
And then after we wrote the stuff, we had the producer, then that producer didn't work out, we had to find another producer, casted things, then we were like, oh my God, we have to make different rewrites, we have to change things, because based on like different actors we had, then we started having even more ideas of like ways we could push the stories further.
Yes.
Like, and so that came after. So how many drafts did we end up?
We did 12 drafts, I want to say. At least, 12 drafts. And that final draft, we cut a whole 3 or 4 minute sketch. So it would have been a 21, 22 minute pilot, a full length pilot, but we're in the short category now because we had to cut a sketch, which worked out better because
it doesn't really fit. Like, it just didn't really fit the whole like through narrative of all that, which is kind of fantastical, right? With like, I don't want to spoil that though, in case they haven't watched it yet.
Right, but it didn't fit, so Jera was like, cut it, and I was like, yeah.
And it's too much work. I can't do that much extra work.
And we were able to shoot.
And it would have required it would have required more filming. And I was just like,
because we were able to shoot.
Let's just see if we could do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and then we could go back and shoot stuff, because we were able to shoot in one day.
Yeah.
Because we had an animated show.
But the amount of work that went all around before we filmed for one day is crazy.
Yeah. Took months, right?
And I even think filming in one day was pushing it.
Yeah, we really should have had 2 days to film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had to like everybody had to know all their stuff. Like, you didn't get a lot of takes. Like, it was just like, we had to nail everything.
Right, it was harder on the crew and us. The guest cast, not as much because, you know, they were in a sketch, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't so hard on them, but for me and Jera, we're in every sketch all day long.
Navigating people coming in, not coming in,
right.
People showing up, not showing up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But luckily we had a great team. This producer that we worked with who got the job done was excellent. The team was excellent, super professional. We shot on an amazing camera and the editing was fantastic. So yes, you want to check this out. It's professional.
Yeah, you want to check it out. You want to check it out. It's so funny. I think it's so funny.
It is.
I hope it's still funny. Like, I don't
It is.
no, I watched parts of it and I'm like, it's still funny. I don't think everything is as funny as to me because we've seen it so many times, we've read it so many times, we've acted it so many times.
Yeah.
All the practice, but
Yeah.
I think that's with anything though. It like goes in waves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, as other people experience it, I think it also comes back and you're like, oh my God, yeah, this is really good. This is really good. So.
You are an improviser, you know, you're a musician, you do music in this show.
Oh yeah, I made all the music for the background.
Right.
It's actually there's a fun little fact. It's actually the Falling Through the Failings remix instrumental sped up XX. That's what's the background music. It's just
For-
pretty crazy.
Background music for
The bumpers.
the bumpers on title. Yeah. And the end titles, right?
I think it's that. Is it that one or is it the zombie? No, wait. Is it the Zombie Cup music? It's one of the musics I
it's
just
the
made. Oh, I
Falling.
can't remember. I made so much stuff.
It's the Falling Through the Feelings. Yeah. Because I remember you said, oh, I just made this one, so.
And then the background of the 6 feet is
Zombie Cups.
Zombie Cup stuff.
Yeah.
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 The,
Yes. But you're an improviser as well. So what is it like studying scripts for you? So we gave you a script. What was it like studying?
oh
learning?
God, it's a nightmare.
Mhm.
It's such a nightmare for me. Oh my God, I get so overwhelmed, and then I started getting like, I can't remember any of this. We do it, and then like parts of it, like I don't know, but like I do remember it because I helped freaking create it. And then, but then it's crazy is when we filmed, I was like, oh, I remember this.
Right.
But the whole process in between that of trying to be like, I have to remember this, I have to figure this out, I have to figure out how I'm going to say all these lines in a way that comes more naturally maybe than it's even written on the page, even though they were my words that were written, but I have to like say it again.
Yeah.
And it's always hard for me to say the same thing the same way or whatever, or anything.
But you
Oh
did
my
great.
God, oh
Yeah.
my God.
You did great.
And then I was the first up to film, like before anything, so I had no idea what's going on. I just had to get in there and then do it. But I got laughs right away, and I was like, oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, this is funny. And then I was fine. As soon as I got laughs. Although, I will say, it's not the same kind of, like when we used to do improv at like UCB and stuff, I did not have that kind of anxiety. It was like a whole different level of it, but I didn't have that same like heart racing thing.
Right.
I did not get that at all.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
That's good. Very good. Yeah. And you had a good time. You liked it. You had a good time.
I had a lot of fun filming. I did not have as much fun doing all the producing. I found that to really tip my cup over and spill over and be really frustrating trying to navigate all that, especially because it was the first time. Like, I feel like if we were to do it again, it would be easier.
Yes, I think it's because it was the first time. Because now we have the team.
Because we were working with new people one time, and then I had to work with new people again.
Right.
And it was like, it's just, when you first meet people, it's like, okay, you gotta like understand how they kind of work. And I definitely feel like the second producer worked really well with us. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second producer's great.
This
And then
feels right.
Right. And then understanding how to work with the team now would just be like, you know, a couple emails, get signed up, and you knock things out. I feel like we could do another one of these very easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know, like, oh, let's do 2 days.
I definitely have learned some things that I'm like, okay, I won't make that mistake again. We're gonna be a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
But
and how to write for maybe one location.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was a good thing. Is we used one location in multiple different ways, in 3-4 different ways.
I had to figure that. I had to, after we had so many things not work out, I had to I was like, Brendan, I'm gonna find a location that works for every part of this. And then I imagined that all up, as we found that space. And I was like, this one will work. This one will do it. It hits all the things. It's easy for people to get to.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I had so many stipulations. It's safe for the women to walk around at night.
A lot of parking.
That's another thing, because there's tons of spots you can film here, but finding stuff that's safe for women to walk around alone at night is not necessarily one of them. So that was
very important.
That was very important for me.
Yeah. Yep. It was good. The location was fantastic. Everything worked out really well. Everybody was excellent. That casting, all the cast was fantastic. It worked really smoothly.
Yeah.
I don't think we really had any. It was just time, because we were shooting so much so quickly. It just took a little extra time. But other than that, it was fantastic.
I know.
You know, it was really
that day went by so fast.
It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it went by too fast. I wish we had more time and enjoyed it more, because that was a lot of work to get.
But I knew it. I was like, all this work, and we were only going to get to do this for one day.
I know too. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I was like,
I was disappointed. Yeah, one day. Yeah. Well, maybe not. That's the idea. Is we make it, and maybe we get to continue to make them. And,
yeah.
It would be great.
But I will say too, I think watching you too, you just nailed all your lines and stuff too, and I think that's the most on point I've ever seen you when we filmed something, because I've watched you from the very beginning of your acting career.
Right.
And just to see how much you've grown, your confidence is just gone leaps and bounds.
Yes. I appreciate that. That was a lot of work too, because I hired a dialogue coach to run lines with me, so I would know. And we did that 6 times, I want to say.
Oh wow.
3 times, because it was 3 times, because we were gonna shoot with the original producer. We were gonna shoot, so I did ran lines with him 3 hours. And then we didn't shoot, and so I had to, we need to rehearse again.
Oh, man.
So I had another week, 3 days, another 3 hours of learning lines.
Yeah.
So I would know everything.
We almost got to a point where we didn't go forward. We were almost we should just quit.
Yeah, with that first producer, we almost just quit, because he pushed us back 2-3 times.
Yeah.
We were originally supposed to shoot in September, then we finally shot in November.
Yeah.
Once we finally got everything squared away with the new fantastic producer. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of work, because it was it wasn't as if you had an extra day or rehearsal time to work with the cast. You had to learn all your lines on your own, almost. And I was willing to run lines with you, but you have a different process. You like to keep things fresh.
Yeah, because I feel like I will go too full out and I'll burn that up and I won't do that again.
Right.
And you even see that when I film, I try to do a different joke every time or whatever, something different every time. So that way there's just more, so we get something.
Right, yeah.
Just a little variation of it.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I always get worried with working, and even if I am, I won't give you I'll try to not give you 100%, because I'm we'll ruin that moment.
Right, yeah. There were a lot of great improvised moments, and then once you started improvising, the rest of the cast felt comfortable improvising. We got other great moments from the rest of the cast. I'm very impressed with the professionalism of everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was just on point.
Everybody knew their lines.
Everybody knew their line. Yeah, everybody knew their line. It was so smooth. We even had to cast one of the actors last minute. She got, a couple days to learn one scene? It was 1 page, but she had only a few days.
Yeah.
And because one of the cast members, because again, we had an original shoot day and then we had to reschedule, so some of the cast couldn't make
go
it.
Forward.
Yeah.
Which all worked out fine.
Yeah.
It all worked out fine. Yeah. I think everybody who got the roles that they did, I'm really happy with everything.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had the animation.
That's been a whole other huge thing. Even just getting these toys made was so much work.
Yes, the toys, these plushies were tough. And the animation took, I think, a month and a half to complete. What do you think? How long? 2 months?
I think it took 2 months.
2 months to complete. It's fantastic, and that looks amazing. It's, about 2 minutes?
I don't even think it's that long.
Yeah, a little under 2 minutes, in a minute and a half or something. hilarious. Isabel's in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Xavier's in it. Xavier's. And then, getting the toys took a few months to make as well, huh?
Because that was another thing we had never done before.
That's another thing we never done, yep. So I had to find the supplier and all that and have them created. So there's a lot of work that went in to all that. I mean, there's a lot of pre-production for one shoot day. And to create.
Now, it definitely puts in a different perspective when you watch other things and like, even when they talk about budgets and then like the amount of time it takes, and it really just put a very different perspective on the casting process, because like the way I was looking at things, I was like, wow, this is how people look at all the things when I've been submitting to stuff, and what you see immediately and what you don't. Like, I was like, oh wow. I was like, now I know what I was doing wrong. It was so weird to experience that from both sides.
Right.
Yeah. And after all these years too, to like experience that in a different, because it was different than casting when we've casted our friends.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like we were casting complete strangers. It was a very different experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're like, I don't really know this person. Can they do this?
Right.
Because your friend, you're like, oh, I've seen them do something like this on stage. They'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that was really challenging. I mean, one of the actors couldn't make it on the day, so the director stepped in, which was excellent.
Yeah.
To do some
We had to put him on the spot.
So that was really good. But that worked out really well too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else that was challenging about it. I mean, just the pre-production was really
pre-production. There's things I would hire more people.
Right.
As much as it can be difficult to navigate having more people, I feel like we didn't have enough help.
Right. Costumes.
It relied really heavily on us.
Right. Yeah. This wardrobe would have been good.
Somebody because I did most of our wardrobe. I picked out all the stuff. I spent hours.
Right, and then I steamed everything. Mm-hmm. Steamed all those costumes.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that would have been nice. And then transporting the wardrobe and taking care of it. So that was tough. And then props, having someone deal with all the props would be good too. And then of course, what else did we have to do?
I would say catering. I would have paid attention to a little bit more too. I would like just have a better idea of what we're getting.
Yeah, and a first assistant director is what we really needed more than anything else, because they could run all the stuff. Because that way we didn't have, because we would often have to worry about certain things that yeah.
And then just like another PA.
Right.
So like
yeah. For
misc stuff that you don't think of, like just things.
Yeah, because unfortunately he couldn't stay the whole day, so that was hard too.
Yeah.
But it all worked out. So
it worked out great, but it could have been easier.
Yeah. And you learn. We learn from that. Yeah. We're like, we'll have tons of people. We'll be fine. And then
I'm like, I can produce somebody else's thing pretty easily. But like, well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm like, I could tell you how it would be easier. What you're trying to do is wrong.
Right. Yeah.
But no.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. That's a nice little extra bit to go check out the show on Brennan's channel. Maybe also give you a little insight to, just how big of a feat it was for us and everything.
Right. And it's really funny. Check it out. There's some hilarity about a male grooming business that you should enjoy. There's Puppet Dragon animated sketch in there. Mm-hmm. A lot of fun stuff over on my channel. Brandon Weaver. Check it out.
There'll be a link below.
There'll be a link below, everybody. Later, bye. Send me some cappuccino.